if I find out that you took that money that I loaned you and wasted it at the whorehouse again, you'll be paying with your own blood in interest! Oh. By God, are we recording?
Yeah.
Welcome to the High Society Podcast!
Hello!
We are doing a wine tasting this episode.
Yeah.
The MD cast has been foreclosed indefinitely. We are their legal team.
We have deemed this material highly repugnant and definitely repulsive.
I, Reginald von Binktenstein, am joined by my guest hosts. I'm pointing at you, you fucking spat!
That would be me, Barbarus von Schmollender.
Barbara Streisand.
Exactly. Only my friends in high school called me that there. And
You
do
attended high school,
introduce
you
yourself, my lovely fellow.
You didn't fucking go to a private school, you whore.
I'm sorry, I thought I'd associate with the rabble. You know how it is.
I understand. The
My
working
name is
class.
Leon Lickabottom. I went to private school.
He went to only private schools. The privatest of schools. So private they called them penis.
Oh, jolly gag you have there, brother.
Oh, I was working on that one all morning. Why are you a part of this anymore?
Who the fuck is that? Get the fucking slave out of here!
Back in the closet!
Who let their fucking maid in here?
Phil runs this god-awful establishment. This is why we are reacquiring the assets.
We are trying to turn this podcast around.
To think they even consumed bison grass.
As they
It's
commonly referred to as
disgusting.
bison piss.
Revolting. Horrible. We have found a much better alternative.
Three
today.
selections of wine, I do declare.
We have the international
We have,
wine tasting.
Leonardo da Vinci, which is a alto-looking wine from fucking Skyrim, as the youth call it. We have McPenis, I mean McManus.
Manus, the finest in all the lands.
Are you having a fucking laugh, cunt?
Please, your Australian is showing.
And we have Bodacious.
For only the most bodelicious of us all.
We are drinking a fucking red selection.
Very red. There will be no whites here because we have heard many complaints about certain racial inequities on our podcast. We would like to address this with an only selection of reds.
Who the fuck let that fucking maid out?
Put him back behind the shed and finish him off this time.
Take him out into the boat and shoot him.
No, well.
Fucking idiot.
I swear, hiring good services today is not possible.
Services today are fucking mitigated and awful.
Terrible. Now, shall we taste this mighty McManus?
McManus, yes.
Let us all have a shippy.
Let's take a whiff, though, first, you see.
Ooh, that's
Oh.
such a fine aroma. It smells like crushed grapes under the feet of black people.
It smells like wood and shit.
Really earthy. Earthy means, of course, it tastes like shit. But let's have an actual taste.
Reginald Big Oil over there doesn't like it. You're gonna cry.
I'm going to piss your pants, maybe.
We'll put it back in the wine where it belongs.
Yes. And speaking of the wine, it's got a really...
Awful flavor.
Yes.
It tastes like flowers.
It's truly terrible. I love it.
It kind of tastes like finishing an unmade Big Mac.
It kind of is that same.
Fucking what?
You know, when you go to the fine McDonald's family restaurant with your loving family and kids, and they order a Big Mac, but this one has been uncooked. The bread is just dough.
The bread
and the
is whack.
toppings, the toppings are not there. It tastes like that. Also alcoholic. Very strongly.
This is the
Ugly
one that is the highest in alcohol content.
That
Which
is
I'm
true.
sure is popular among the youth who only care about getting fucking turds, as they
Oh,
say.
absolutely. Like our finer days.
Dab.
Oh, very good jest, Reginald.
Nay, you know.
You are truly one with the kids nowadays.
I hear all of them
Speaking
say,
of the kids,
"Eat."
have you guys heard about the Cuties show on Netflix?
Oh, yes, I have. A brilliant move in marketing, I must say. I do think it is hilarious to watch
My-
children sell their bodies.
My dear friend Epstein loved it. He thought it was a cinematic masterpiece.
It was truly a marvel.
I thought nothing higher in the fucking standard of movie cinema than children twerking in front of me.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, unmitigatedly great and
This
terrible.
one is
Oh,
going
wait,
in
alright,
the
cut
bowl.
the shit, cut the shit. Was that movie actually like released to Netflix?
It
or
hasn't been released yet, but
It's a
it's,
It was just like, oh, this coming up this week or next week thing.
I don't know. I know that they released the fucking picture of it and like that got
description.
taken down. And my one buddy said that it's like made to be edgy and make you feel disgusted, but I don't really know if that's true from like what the description
I
said.
mean, strictly speaking, yeah, that is the case, but,
What the fuck, 11-year-olds?
Alright, listen. Here's what Netflix could do if they want to really save their hides, if they really want to save their asses. They just have to, like, they release it, and they say it's like an hour and a half long, like it said it's supposed to be. But it's just a looping gif of, like, somebody, like, pointing at the camera and doing a little jig and saying, "You're a pedophile, yeah."
It's Jeffrey Epstein himself.
the man himself on a redemption story.
This is how we find out he actually didn't kill himself.
He just appears to call you a pedo.
That's
Oh,
his punishment.
Calling the kettle black.
only as black as the stars of the show.
What the fuck?
Hey everybody, welcome to the MG Cast.
That was the longest intro ever.
Yes, we
Thank
are
God
actually
it's over.
drinking. We are actually drinking 3 separate bottles of wine here. They all taste like ass.
Because I'm a fucking psychopath that
Like piss warm alcohol.
I don't like it. I thought it was funny. We're all wearing suits right now, except for Tyler.
Tyler is dressed in a nice collared shirt.
Literally the only one here wearing dress pants.
Yeah, well, you know what?
You're our better half, Tyler.
Tyler, no one cares about me from the waist down. No one cares about me from the waist up, but still.
I care about you wholeheartedly, Kyle. You're a good man.
Thanks, Eric. You're a real cool dude. Eric,
I
host
fucking
of the
hate
show.
you.
Welcome. And that's Tyler, other host of the show. We
And
don't
you're
have
Kyle,
anyone
another
else
host
here.
of the show.
Yeah, I'm also here. Yeah, we're missing our other one who,
Our other one.
yeah, our other one. I guess he was scared off by wine.
Yeah, he really didn't like wine. He heard that we were having a trip to Italy. His bottom lip started quivering. He pissed his pants. And then we funneled that into the wine too, and then
Yeah.
he took off for the hills. He
Extra
might be back
flavor.
next week.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say at this point. We're drinking shitty wine.
Anyone got any stories?
You do.
Yeah, you said you had a story before we started.
This one is a funny one.
This one goes out to my homies. Ooh.
I was
My
doing.
friends know what you see.
Get out of here,
Gang, gang.
They sell me a gram for $30,000. Quite good.
Quite cheap, if I might add.
It smells like drywall.
Tastes like it too. Everybody knows you inject marijuana.
Absolutely.
Continue, brother.
Anyway, I was doing laundry last night, and where I live, you gotta have like laundry tokens to actually use the machines,
Uh-huh.
and you
You
gotta
just
use.
DDoSed yourself.
Don't care. I live. Nah, I won't say.
I live on this street. Come find me, motherfucker.
Anyways, I was doing laundry. I had a bunch of tokens in my pocket, and I had like 3 left over because I didn't actually need to use them. Everything was done after a couple loads.
Because you're economic like that.
The funny bit is, I woke up in the morning. I instantly find a token right beside my head. So I go to check my pockets because, you know, sometimes stuff falls out of your pockets when you're sleeping. I don't know if you guys have ever had that problem.
I don't sleep with clothes on.
Yeah.
I mean, my dildo fell out of my ass once, but I don't know if that counts.
This is why you just wear the
Well, anyways.
reverse strap on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strap in, you know. Go on.
Anyways, so I go to check my pocket for the other tokens that were in it. I only pull out 1.
Oh,
What's the problem here?
there's one missing.
This is basic math. You only have 2 apples.
So I actually ripped apart my bed looking for the 3rd one because I was like, I wanted to.
Fucking tore a hole in it, fucked it, and...
Yeah.
Exactly. I could not find it.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, I'll just give up on looking for it. I was like, you know what? I stink. I'm gonna go for a shower.
I stink.
How stanky.
Before I go into the shower, I needed to go to the bathroom. So like as I'm taking my pants off.
Did you shit out the coin?
No. Nothing like that. And as I go to take off my shirt off, I lift like my stomach up a little bit, and the coin was under my stomach. So all I hear is a hit the ground. And there's the coin.
There it is!
It was under my stomach. And at that point I was like, okay, I need to lose weight.
You want to go for a run next week?
Sure. I washed some athletic shorts that I can wear.
Okay, Kyle, you too?
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking get those shorts sewn up and shit.
Yeah, Q came over, he handed Kyle his...
He threw pants at my
downs.
face.
Yeah, he threw pants at your face. They were
Yeah.
kind of a little covered in cum, but that's fine.
Yeah, you know, just white pants.
It's
Extra
white.
flavor.
Yeah.
Extra
for my pants.
each pant.
Consume shorts.
But yeah, that was my funny story. I laughed for like a solid 10 minutes. Just in the bathroom naked, just laughing.
What are you laughing about in there, Tyler? You fucking open the door and whip a coin.
Alright. What y'all think about HoloLive?
What's that?
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Opinion unclear.
So, HoloLive is like, you know those streamers and stuff? They're strapping Japanese women up to a streaming machine, and then they put like...
Is this the fucking virtual lap dances?
Yes.
Oh, like some fucking... What's that
They
famous
make
one?
anime girls do streaming, but it's just regular women with motion capture things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I think it's pretty hot.
Isn't there... There's the... Which one's like that famous
I think it's
one?
pretty hot.
That actually like went on Twitch for a little bit. It's made by the people who do Faku.
Fuck, I don't know.
Faku?
Faku? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Faku?
Yeah,
think
Faku
so.
is the ones who put hentai up on the internet.
Oh, that's the one that they did, Project Medley, I think?
Yes.
That's not
was
the
it
same thing.
Was it Medley or Melody?
I
Melody.
don't fucking know.
I've heard
Then what are you talking
Project
about?
Melody is one of the things I've heard about,
It's
and
not
I've
the
never
same-
seen what it is.
It's not the same thing as HoloLive, because HoloLive is just like gaming streaming. That one was supposed to be just porn.
She went on to Twitch.
Yeah, but
Still stripped.
She's still stripped?
Still stripped.
okay.
Just
Tyler knows. He is
Yeah,
subscribed.
Tyler knows. But like, I've been showing like non-anime fans that, and I'm like, yeah, they're fucking hooking these girls up to motion capture things, and
And you
they're streaming
converted
like
them.
that, and they were like, what the fuck? That's fucking bizarre. That's weird. And anytime I'll sometimes watch like the English translated ones. I'll never sit in for a full stream or like watch it wholeheartedly. But anytime I do, I feel like my brain's leaking out of my nose.
Yeah?
Like, I just said there's something so uncanny about it.
That just reminds me of the one guy who has something
They made
similar,
anime real, I can't understand it.
Whoa.
but he has like the Doge thing. It's like a face capture thing. And
I don't like where this is going.
It's kind of like that, but it's like a higher level up, where like it's actually run by a company instead of just like a motion capture like thing that they made themselves. It's kind of weird.
It's crazy how that's actually becoming just this massive thing now. Just these online personalities that are just that their entire image is based on like those motion capture things where it's like, oh yes, I am Dog Girl. I forget what her name is, but she's pretty big.
Yeah, Corone, I think.
Kurome?
I think it's Corone, and then there's the sheep one too. Those are just the big ones that I know about.
I don't know about most of them because
There's a
I
big titty
don't
dragon one.
watch them. So, I mean, like,
It's
call it
kind of hard not to because they're fucking everywhere.
but like, I mean, the thing is, right? I'm personally not very interested in those things where people like, oh yes, I am cute anime girl. Watch me play games or whatever. I'm like, I don't watch that many like Let's Play kind of things anymore, and in that kind of stream. So I'm already not very interested. But if I wanted to view like cute anime girl does cute things, I'm just gonna watch
hentai.
porn. Like
I watch that MMD porn, you know.
All right, pop quiz.
SFM.
Pop quiz. What does MMD stand for?
Micro misogynistic dick.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Why?
I don't know.
No, it's Miku Dance.
Really?
Yes.
Cool.
Really?
Yes.
Not like some motion,
No.
something.
That's why you see a lot of fucking Vocaloid shit in that.
Isn't it what basically fucking originated Vocaloids?
I mean, Vocaloids existed. I'm pretty sure they existed before that, just as the face of the software. I mean, Vocaloids are basically just a Japanese musical version of Microsoft SAM. The only
That
difference
is fair.
is the
That's
only
not a
difference.
conversation that anyone wants to have.
The only difference
No one
is
wants
that
to
they
acknowledge
actually
that.
put a face to it. Like, imagine if, like, with Microsoft SAM, they had, like, an established image, like, this is what SAM looks like.
Absolutely.
That's what a Vocaloid is, but they sing.
Microsoft Sam would not look like Adam Sandler, Tyler.
You're right, it'd look like Ryan Gosling. Just imagine Microsoft Sam on a toothpick.
All right, here's my idea. This is business Eric coming back out.
Okay.
All right.
Reginald
So-
Von Business.
Yeah, exactly. So, you start a fund, and you get like, okay, what's the like oldest phone that can run Snapchat but has like the best camera? Whatever it is, you get that. You buy a bunch of them and you give them to crackheads. You make crack chat instead of Snapchat. I think it would
Why?
be great because they're entertaining. Like,
What will they show you?
Anything and
anything they
everything.
do. They're like, I would subscribe to so many because, like, for one, they're probably gonna overdose at some point. So, like, you gotta get a lot. You gotta get.
It's hard to send out a snap when you're ODing.
Well, I mean, they won't be ODing all the time. That's kind of like a 1 or 2 time thing.
Yeah, but when they do, they stop.
Well, yeah, that's
No,
why you
you
have
see,
many.
like, he has the phone in his hand, and he has these fucking pressing play. You just see,
Like, I would think it was hilarious if, like, you know, crackhead does is crackhead do. Like,
I don't know what
They're
crackhead
pushing a
doo-doo
shopping
does.
cart filled with like an open fire, and it's like, yeah, no, fucking here, and throwing rocks at people and shit, and they're like, I think that would be hilarious.
I mean, it would be hilarious until it wasn't. Until
Yeah.
they died and you didn't see anymore.
And that's why you have multiple crackhead accounts. You give them to multiple crackheads. This is a business. They get a certain amount of money for streaming, and then you take a cut of that. It's called crack chat. Because you know people would watch it. It's like, oh, that's terrible, that's awful. You know people would watch it.
Yeah, I know people.
Anytime a crackhead's fucking whiling out downtown, everybody stops and looks. It's just how it is.
Yeah. All right, Tyler. Now that you've got the taste of that wine freshly in your mouth hole, tell us about your feelings on King Ass Ripper.
Yeah, King Ass Ripper. We showed Tyler King Ass Ripper before this started. That's how he sounds.
Yep.
Literally, he's an interesting character.
Explain his flavors to us.
His flavor.
Yes, explain his flavor. Like a fine wine, how do you consume the Ass Ripper content?
Shit and groan.
Slowly but surely, he seems like he has that great 2015 humor. Because he probably would be the type of guy that says the N-word while farting.
Very eloquently put, Tyler.
But with you guys, you guys probably absolutely find him fucking like the peak of comedy because you guys laugh at Brap and shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
considering he is King Brap Rapper,
Like, I've only ever seen what's on YouTube. I haven't delved into, like, actually finding his shit on Reddit. But, like,
It would be scary. I can't wait for the day where he actually shits his pants.
listen.
I was expecting that to
I've
happen
got
in the last
news
video.
for you, Tyler.
On some of his videos that can't be found on YouTube anymore, his tidy whities get browner and browner as the video goes on. He done be ripping ass, and he's not holding back.
I see how he does it as well.
Yeah, he farts.
No. He's just consuming a lot of air, so he fucking forces it out, and that's because you also
He's got
see
a fucking barrel. Like, look at it. His stomach doesn't match the rest of his body.
No, it doesn't, because he's fucking just like.
Just the way he sounds too. It's like, right here, fucker. There's one video where like he farts in every single stocking on the fucking on the fireplace. He's like, fuck you guys, you didn't get me what I fucking wanted, and then he goes. Just his voice. His voice is my favorite part.
You
It's
know
not
what he
even him
sounds
farting.
like? He sounds like the alien bug from Men in Black.
Yeah.
Oh,
As
that's
his body
exactly it.
is slowly decomposing, his voice just gets worse and worse.
He really reminds me of somebody that I used to work with. Like, farting and all, because he had the worst fucking gas I've ever seen. Like, I would be working beside him, and then all I would hear is... And then he'd look over.
He's like, oh, I shit myself.
He sounded like him, too. He's like, oh, I done my not go home change.
Was it at least like some kind of old man? Because then I would like
The
understand.
guy was fucking 30.
Oh no!
I made some poor dietary choices. What can I say?
He had like eggs and bacon every day for breakfast.
No wonder he fucking shat himself every single time he farted.
Okay. I've thrusted a lot of the fucking roleplay hypotheticals.
Don't describe it like that.
What?
Don't describe it like that.
Okay, I've hurled violently a bunch of like the roleplay hypotheticals onto Tyler.
Good.
Oh no!
This one, it's time for you, Kyle.
Oh
All right.
boy.
Picture this: you got your sick new whip. You got your Pontaghini.
Okay.
You're
Just call me Pontiff Sulla. Got it.
you're parked on a downhill slope downtown in the big city.
Okay.
You step out of your car, you walk onto the curb, and then Sonic runs down, and he runs right through your car, and Dr. Eggman's chasing him in the big gun truck, or whatever it's called. They go by, and you're like, my car! And then Amy Rose, she's following behind Sonic because she's trying to keep up, and she said, "Oh, that Sonic is never interested in me." She starts like bending over seductively and stuff. She takes a
I
cherry.
trip her as she runs and grind her face on the floor.
She's not done talking yet.
Doesn't need to be.
She takes a cherry, and she puts it in her mouth, and it's got the stary chem on it, the cherry stem,
Here.
and she Swisher sweets it in her mouth for like 30 seconds, and then she sticks her tongue out and she spits out the Declaration of Independence. And
shoved my dick in her.
It becomes the Declaration of Independence.
She's My Cherry Pie starts playing really audibly loud in your brain. You look at her, what do?
I find it because I'm in the big city, right?
You're in the big city.
Big city. So I can do big city things. So I hop in the nearest cab that's just waiting and I say, "Follow Eggman!" And then driver will say like, "Oh, but they go fast." I'm like, "You go faster!" And we drive off. And then we go and we're driving alongside and I climb out like I'm on the side of the cab. And Eggman looks at me like, "Who the fuck are you?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna help you catch the fucking blue rat. Let me on." He's like,
You
"Okay."
get what you fucking deserve.
Nah, man. Everyone knows you team with Eggman because fucking the blue rodent just broke my fucking car.
Yeah, your sweet, epic Pontaghini. And then you get a chance with Rouge.
Gross.
What?
What?
Gross.
I'll
Okay.
put my dick in it.
There are better choices, Tyler.
You probably like the fucking little bunny girl, don't you?
No, her mother's okay though.
That's fair.
What, Cream the Rabbit?
Probably.
The mother is
Little
vanilla.
bunny, orange. Looks like a orange creamsicle.
Vanilla? That's
Vanilla
her
is the
name?
mother. Cream is the
The
child.
one that is the size of an actual human being.
But wasn't she the size of just a normal human kid?
I don't
No,
fucking. I
she
don't
was like-
listen. The only thing I know about the Sonic universe I've learned through porn.
I mean,
I
same.
did watch a video of potentially how fast Sonic can go. It was pretty cool. He was like 8.
Faster than the speed of sound.
Okay, Tyler, what would you do in that situation then? Amy Rose just spits out the Declaration of Independence, and you're horny, and without a car.
How old is he?
I don't fucking know.
Enough.
Enough.
Tyler, I only have supplementary material to answer that question, so...
Fuck Amy. Not literally fuck Amy. She a hoe. She a simp. We don't fuck with
She
those.
is-
But she's got 3 pointy bits on her
She
head.
has 3 pointed quills on the top of her head, but she's kind of crazy.
But if it was Rouge, that's a different story.
Rouge can get any guy she wants.
Including Tyler.
She can get this dick.
His dick-
His dick.
Brother, your dick better be a gem. She likes
Oh, it
gems.
is.
All the world's gems will be hers.
I got the red gem.
All right,
Tyler, was that supposed to be a euphemism? Because I don't get it.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Are you saying your dick is red? Do you have some kind of dog dick?
No.
He's got the knot.
The not.
All right, so I'm gonna just come out and say it.
This
Oh,
is
no.
for
If Anakin Skywalker didn't have prosthetic limbs, he would be a fuck nugget.
I mean, he has one leg, doesn't he?
no. He lost them all.
Does
So-
he not? Does he? What about one arm? He has one limb, doesn't he?
No.
No, when he flipped over Obi-Wan, he lost both his arms.
And both his legs.
I thought he still had one arm because he was trying to crawl with it.
That was his robot arm, the one that he lost to Count Dooku.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So he's a fuck nugget.
Okay. And then he became a fuck Vader.
Daddy!
What if he was trying to make his son into a fuck nugget but failed because he only got one hand?
Why the fuck would you say that?
He tried to make a little Vader.
Follow in my footsteps. I mean, yeah. I am your father. I have no limbs. Take my robot hands, so I can take yours, bitch.
You don't know that he have robot hands at that point, though.
I don't think he did at all.
That was in episode 5 in Cloud City.
Why'd they call it Cloud City?
Because
it
it's-
wasn't Tomato Cloud.
It was in the clouds.
Yeah.
Mario had better cloud cities. They were made of actual clouds.
Hey, Mario's 36 and Peach is 16. So yeah.
Starting to find her way.
Got kidnapped. Can I say?
Thank God.
Thank God!
Thank God. I can't think of a way to continue that.
I'm pouring more Leonardo da Vinci in my eyebrows.
Well, you know, fuck.
This wine do be hitting harder than I thought it would.
I haven't drank enough because I don't like fine.
By the end of tonight, when we finish all 3 of these bottles together, we are going to acquire a fine taste for wine.
No.
Tyler, you a bitch.
I'm pretty sure bitches drink wine. What are you guys doing?
They drink like sparkling wine and the fruity ones. We're drinking
that too.
piss.
This is gonna be as bad as the high episode. I know it.
Bro, the high episode we were incoherent and also it fucking stopped halfway through.
Yeah. Y'all got any other topics? I ran out of topics.
Alright. The hot one.
What?
Hot topic. Thoughts.
Thoughts on Hot Topic or
Yeah.
thoughts in Hot Topic?
Both. Thoughts on thoughts and hot topic. Hot topic.
You'll buy one thing at fucking Hot Topic and they'll be like, bro, I fucking love Perfect Circle. Good shirt choice. And it's like, you're only talking to me because I'm fucking in here. You
You don't know me.
don't even like fucking
Hot Topic.
You don't even know who Nirvana is.
You ever see that fucking 4chan thread where a guy was talking about, like, I'm trying to get with the goth girl that's in my class, so I started looking up goth stuff, and I've delved pretty deep into, like, the origins of goth, and I've listened to, like, every single album I can get my hands on from, like, old goth stuff so that I can be as, like, in it as she is. And then he goes up to her after, or no, she comes up to him after, like, he changes his whole appearance to be more goth. And then he's like, do you like Bink Bonk and Gherkin or whatever for, like, old goth stuff? And she's like, oh no, I just like Avenged Sevenfold and Hollywood Undead.
Alright, here's a question for the round table. It's actually square.
Or it's a rectangle, you fucking
Rectangles are just hard squares. Alright. You are
That's not what you call a gamer.
That one fucking tickled you, Pink. Alright. There's a goth, an emo, a scene, and a punk. And they're all into you. And you choose one. Which do you go with?
I'd fucking kill myself so that we can be together in death.
It would be a
Okay.
group suicide.
Probably the punk.
Punk? Fair enough. Tyler, what would you go with?
I'd probably go with a scene girl because they're the ones that
Because they go to the other high school, you wouldn't know her.
No, it's because they're the ones that tend to listen to like techno music and then like go to raves and shit.
I wouldn't want to go to a rave. I don't like raves.
I just like that kind of music.
Okay. What would
So-
you go with, Kyle?
Big titty goth GF.
Just because I was going to pick goth does not mean that's the case. You see, because I would think either between, like... Actually, no, I'd go with goth. I was thinking maybe emo because they'd be a little more into some of the fucking music I like. Yes, like that.
Slit my wrist.
Yeah, cut my life into pieces. This is my
Okay, relax,
emo wife.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Goblin.
Goblin.
But, yeah, I'd go with goth, because they seem most chill. The problem I'd have with punk is this idea that they're too, like, non-conformist.
I don't know. I just like punk aesthetic most.
Punk aesthetic is okay. It's just it
Not
also
like the
carries...
tube. Not like the tube hair. I mean, like just half-shaved head and like lip ring, just one lip
Yeah.
ring though, or like industrial earrings and stuff. Cause I'm just looking for a girl to ruin my life. You see.
Yeah, naturally. And a punk girl will do that, because, like, if they actually follow, like, true to the punk ideals, and they're probably, like, very, they're going very anti-establishment and all that shit, but that's too much for me. I'm just like, I just want goth GF to hang out with, be depressed with.
Ugh, Mr. White, I'm just looking for a trad mommy GF. Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about?
Jesse, cocaine.
Jesse, I shirted pant.
Breaking pan.
Breaking shit.
Breaking wind. Tyler, your eyes are glazing over. Come back to us, please. You need more Chardonnay.
Tyler, I did say you could have the not fucking wine alcohol. Pour yourself a drink. I'll do it for you. You get some. My leg caught in the chair. You get some Eric pouring Tyler ASMR.
Oh no.
Eric Porn Tyler? Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
My tie's hanging down.
That's what ties do. We're wearing ties, by the way.
I'm not.
Me and Eric are civilized people.
Your name is literally Ty. You couldn't even do that.
You see, he's actually Thai as in the ethnicity. He's actually Asian.
He's
Look
got
at him with his squinty eyes.
He's got a boy pussy.
Fucking-
You see.
You got fucking squinty eyes. Don't try that. Mister.
They can't see the face you're making, Tyler.
But you guys can.
No, I can't because I'm squinting too hard. Look. It's just because my eyes don't work.
Oh,
Tyler
God.
is attempting to strangle me for the third time today.
Tyler's got a real problem with fucking assault, man. Last time we took him to a bar, and like he tried to dance with a girl, and she said no, and then he fucking throttled her neck, and, like
No.
he picked her up and fucking chokeslammed her through a table. We got kicked out.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It was pretty rad. Like he fought like 2 bouncers on the way out, and like
Yeah,
some
it was
other
Mr. Black and Mr. White.
some other jack dude
Salt and
ran
pepper.
in.
Yeah.
He ran in like it was Royal Rumble and started wrestling Tyler, but Tyler chokeslammed him out the window too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He fucking stone cold pile drived him.
And that's not even mentioning the part where some other bitch came up and said, "I like your style. Will you pile drive me?" And he said, "No, bitch."
Yeah,
Slapped
he
her.
fucking killed her. He fucking slapped the side of her head, and her brain went out to the other side of the room. And,
Yeah.
and then it was
I
a
love that reference, by the way.
ballroom blitz. Everybody started jiving, or everybody started dying. You know.
Yep. It was like that. It was like that scene from Devilman where everyone starts dying.
Devilman, come baby.
Yep. Like,
Why
oh,
not
baby.
just the Kingsman?
Because that didn't take place on a dance floor.
But you know what did? Blood on the dance floor. And
Oh
Boogie Nights.
shit!
What's your favorite dance room scene in a movie?
That scene from Yakuza.
Dame dame.
Dame dame.
He doesn't even sing that in a dance room.
Tyler,
No,
you
there was
ruined our
another one where
fucking
he did do it in a
immersion.
dance room though.
Huh?
What?
What?
The fuck you say to me?
Fuck you say to me, you little shit?
The fuck I
Shit
say
on
to
this
you?
futon.
What?
I will shit on the futon.
I don't doubt it. Please don't.
I say my favorite dance floor scene is the one from White Chicks.
Okay.
You guys not seen that one?
No, I've
No.
never seen White Chicks.
Really?
Really?
Add to the list.
Okay.
On
It
the
needs
list.
to be on the list.
The movie list. What did we watch? What did we watch last time on the movie list?
Drive.
Yeah, we watched Drive. We're
Yeah,
still on
Incubus.
Drive. only.
How did you not watch White Chicks, Eric? I figured at least you would have watched it. at some
Maybe he's
point.
not a white shirt.
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Well, the best part is you got a fucking high ass Terry Crews and he's just going at it on the dance floor. He's just dancing his heart away. It's
I
fucking
like
amazing.
Terry Crews. Terry Crews is cool.
I love that his niche for every part he plays, he has to dance at some point. Any part he plays, it could be an absolutely serious movie, you'll be dancing.
Did you hear that fucking... They're rebooting Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in like a nitty-gritty, like dark story now?
It
When a
better
couple
not.
of guys, they was up to no good, start shooting up in my neighborhood.
That probably will be it. It's like instead of going to Bel-Air, he just doesn't go to Bel-Air.
He stays in New York.
He
Well, then
stays-
what's he the French Prince of?
It's just a reboot of Everyone Hates Chris.
I love Everybody Hates Chris. That was such a good show.
Man.
And then everybody ate Chris in The Walking Dead. Bro, fuck The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
agree
prefer
with
it
you
if they
there.
were alive.
Kyle, you're not funny!
I know!
I liked it.
Thanks, man.
Certified fist bump.
Yep. Fucking... Did anyone actually read the Walking Dead comics here? Because I did.
I did a bit.
I I read up a little bit past the prison scene, but like they're up to 100. They were up to 100 back when I was in public school. I did not have the money or time back then to like actually read them wholeheartedly. I read the first couple. That was it.
I read them for a while, but stopped after a while because it's just like, yeah.
Just in,
I liked the phone stuff. That was pretty neat.
They did the phone stuff kind of weird in the show.
Of course they did. So I wouldn't.
I liked that whole like saga of Rick like losing himself, but then regaining himself as well.
I think it really went. Man, season 1 was good. I really liked season 1, but then like season 2, it just became kind of like repetitive, you know.
Yeah.
And then season 3, it was Farm Rick.
That's season
And then-
4.
Yeah,
Season 3 was them getting the prison. That's the whole governor shit.
yeah, and then season 3, Farm Rick, and I just stopped watching after that.
Yeah.
Season 5 was interesting.
And that's the thing, it's still going as well. People are saying, like, Walking Dead shocks people, and it's like, how many people are watching still? Like, why is it still
I think
going?
this next season that is coming out is the last season. It's all because of
Thank God.
Andrew Lincoln is not going to be in the show anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing 3 movies and that's it. No more Rick.
No more Rick.
No more Rick Astley.
And Daryl can't carry the show by himself.
Yeah. He's still doing that?
Yeah. Still ain't dead.
He needs to, like, move on to something else, because
He needs
he's, like,
to die.
he's, like, an actually good actor. I can't even remember his fucking name. But he's, like, an actual
Is
good
that
actor.
Norman Reedus?
Yeah, Norman Reedus.
Yes, Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus is actually a really good actor. So, everyone on that cast is a really good actor. It's just they need to move on from that. They can't just stay on The Walking Dead. That ship has sunk.
Yeah.
I'm tired of being a movie critic.
We're talking about a show.
Alright, are there any shows recently that you've been watching that are good?
Lucifer.
Never heard of it.
It's a Netflix show. It's all about, Lucifer.
Oh, that figures.
He
The
basically
Boys season 2 is coming out.
the what?
The Boys.
Yeah, I think isn't that already out on Amazon Prime?
The first one.
The first season is.
Even the second season. So aren't they doing like commercials for it right now?
Second season is not
It's
out
not
yet.
out yet. It's out September 2nd.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
I've still been watching the Watchmen series, and
How is that?
it's interesting because it takes after the comic rather than the movie,
Oh, okay.
and it's at first it's one of those ones where you have to watch a little bit into it to kind of really get the connection if you're a Watchmen fan, because at first it kind of feels like there's only tangential relations to it. But then the episodes where they actually call back to it was really interesting. There was an episode dedicated entirely to one of the characters who was actually, like, in New Jersey when the squid dropped.
Oh, so they actually have it so that it's the squid
Oh,
instead
yeah.
of the new...
It takes after the comic.
Okay.
So it actually has giant psychic squid.
Cthulhu?
No.
Basically.
Have you seen the movie or read the comic, Tyler?
I've seen the movie.
Alright.
Movie and comic are really different.
I know.
One of the main differences as relevant here is that whereas in the movie, spoilers for Watchmen, watch it, it's a good movie. In the movie, as you know, they make a nuclear explosion that fucking wipes out Manhattan, and they blame it on Dr. Manhattan, right? In the comic, they basically teleport a alien psychic squid into the middle of New York that wipes out the population instead. So rather than blaming it on Dr. Manhattan, Ozymandias made it in a lab or whatever. It was his own creation, but they presented it like
It was
from
an alien.
Yeah, they presented it like an alien from another dimension or something. So they basically, rather than everyone teaming up saying we gotta like team up so Manhattan doesn't kill us, they basically said there's other dimensions, and at any point shit could get fucked. So we need to like unite so we don't get fucked by other dimension aliens and shit. But I found it really interesting because there was this entire flashback scene where a character is like, it shows him when he was there, and you see, and it actually like shows like the cityscape with giant fucking squid having destroyed everything after the psychic blast. And of course the episode follows him, and that was probably my favorite episode so far, and it was followed by a really good episode that was that really I feel the episode after that basically cemented its connection as a Watchmen series. And without spoiling too much, the series was really, I noticed early on, the series was really good with its editing effects. The way they put in like episode titles or dropped like the Watchmen title cards, it was always kind of nice. It was never just like plop in the middle of the screen. It was always kind of like integrated into things, and I thought it was really nice. Then they had an entire episode full of flashback scenes that was amazingly edited and really stylistically just choice. And it was really nice, and it was flashback scenes that basically just relate everything back into Watchmen, that in one single episode basically justifies the entire thing as a Watchmen series.
Okay.
But what is Watchmen? Is it Marvel or DC? Because I know it's owned by either one of them.
I'm pretty sure it's Dark Horse. No, it's not Dark Horse. It's DC, I think.
DC? That kind of makes sense.
I liked
Something like
Watchmen because it wasn't like the...
Normal superhero kind of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like it was a different take on superhero stuff. And of course, there's some stuff early on that was kind of off-putting to me. One of the characters, because one of the big things in that is that there's basically in the town or the city where it takes place, all of the police have this mandate where they all wear masks, as if they were vigilantes, but it's because there's a terrorist movement basically hunting down cops. They're defending their identity.
They're all Rorschach.
That's the thing. Rorschach is the terrorist organization. It's basically people wearing fake Rorschach masks, and they're like.
Oh, so does the information get out that like because at the end of Watchmen, Rorschach like.
I'm pretty
sends
sure
his journal.
they do follow some of the words of Rorschach's journal.
Okay.
But one of the characters, because they actually the more notable characters who aren't just like beat cops, they actually have different personalized masks and have fucking nicknames and shit. So one of the dudes, he wears a perfectly like reflective mask just over his face, and he calls himself Looking Glass, and he talks slowly and with a deep voice. And his kind of thing is that he can tell when anyone is lying. And so they have this one scene where they basically get like a person they believe is one of the terrorist people. They put him in what they call the pod, which is just a small room.
The Pog.
Yes, the Pog. And the walls basically flash various images. And the first one they show was a Rorschach test image that looked like the Rorschach mask. And you can basically see like the images reflecting on his reflective mask while he's talking. And he talks in this droning way. And just the reflections make it look like the moving Rorschach mask. And it was that early example of like they really know what they're doing with their cinematography. Like this is very deliberate what they're doing, and I think it's very effective. And that character was kind of like the kind of thing that kind of like made me wary, because I'm sitting there looking at him like this is basically their attempt to make Rorschach again. They want to recapture Rorschach. Despite the fact that Rorschach doesn't exist anymore, he's dead.
Yeah.
But as it went on, he grew on me as a character, and I think he does stand out from that.
Is he dead in the comics or something?
He's dead in both mediums, same method. Because at the end,
Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Rorschach wanted the truth to come out.
Yeah. Because it's the same thing either way. Well, they change, squid or explosion. The point is, Rorschach knows the truth, that it was manufactured by Ozymandias. So he wants to go out and tell the world, this is what really happened. But Manhattan says, you can't, if you do that, it will ruin all of the peace.
We'll go back to possible nuclear war.
Yeah, we'll go back to fucking nuclear war, and, all of the deaths will be for nothing. So he kills Rorschach. It's the same in both mediums.
Rorschach was my favorite character.
Rorschach was everybody's favorite character.
Of course, because he was fucking great.
Like in the movies, he was really the only character like they actually like really explored upon.
Because he had a
the,
lot to explore.
The guy in the beginning, like the laughing Jack person thing.
Comedian?
Comedian.
I really liked the comedian too. The
Yeah.
comedian was really well done in the movie.
Yeah. And it's like, Rorschach was one of those characters who had a lot more to him, and while the other characters were more human. Like, well, they were quote superheroes, and they put on their costumes and they fought crime and shit. The thing is, their problems were very human. Rorschach lived constantly in this superhero identity to the point where his mask, he even addressed it as his face.
Yeah, where like they
he
do
lived
that
the
in the
full
movie too.
vigilante life.
And so while the other characters they have interesting stories and interesting struggles because they're very human struggles, Rorschach stood out because he was this highly disturbed man just put on this path of vigilante justice, and he's got these strong, steadfast ideals that he gets fucking killed for. He stands up against impossible odds and dies to it because he needs to stick with it. And
This is why I love humans. Because, like...
That's a statement.
Because if you think about it, in any, like, scenario, like, say a good scenario, Supernatural, if you guys have ever watched it.
Never watched it, but I know it.
It's literally two...
I know it was good for a little bit, and then they started pandering to their fans too much.
Really depends, but anyways. The whole story is literally just these two normal guys forced into the supernatural world to become, like, hunters. Like, as they grow up, they'll vampire attack here, oh, we gotta go deal with it. Then it just progressively gets worse each season. First season, just normal, oh, a vampire here, a werewolf here, siren, any mythological creature you can think of. Then it progressively gets worse, like, oh, demon here, this yellow-eyed demon, which is like the second strongest level of demon in the supernatural. Oh, we gotta kill him.
You see, and I've definitely talked about this before, it probably on the podcast as well. That just makes me think of Night Watch.
Night Watch.
It's a Russian movie about a dude who basically fucking his wife. I forget if it was his doing or if his wife cheated on him, but his wife's basically pregnant, so he goes to a witch of some kind and says, use some whack magics.
I need abortion.
Yes. he literally says, my wife has gone off somewhere. She's fucking pregnant. I want you to fucking kill that child using black magic and shit. Then guys basically bust in, stop it, and they're like, you now know about the supernatural world. It's a real thing. We either kill you or you join us. And they basically give them the choice between the Night Watch and the Day Watch. The Night Watch are basically the creatures of light, like the supernatural beings that exist during the day and who watch over the night creatures like vampires and werewolves and shit. And the Day Watch is the opposite. It's basically light and dark in the modern age. And he, of course, goes with the Night Watch because he's like, I'll be a good guy, I guess. And it kind of follows just this weird adventure of him fucking basically being the guy who has to clean up supernatural ordeals that the creatures of night do. So a vampire will like bring in some kid and he fucking busts in the door, kicks the shit out of him, like, don't do that! Stop that!
Don't do that.
It's an incredibly weird movie, and it doesn't help that it is only translated in subtitles. There is no actual English dub to it. But it's like, to put it in perspective, it starts off with like a kid in a pool and he hears a voice, so of course the subtitles bring up the voice like, hey boy, come this way, and he like starts going, but he's in a pool and the fucking subtitles are red, and then they just like fade into blood as if it's like blood in a pool and fade away. And so then the dude said, the main dude, he basically goes to his fucking neighbor who is a vampire, is like, alright, I need you to do some fucking fortune-telling shit because there's some vampire shenanigans going on. I need you to tell me where it is. And so they fucking drink some weird like pig blood shit, pull some magic. It's like, you need to go that way. And he just goes that way. And to fucking fight a vampire. And so he hops in this fucking massive, like, armored truck with his, like, Scooby gang that he has, and they start driving. It just so happens that while they're driving, they run into the Dark King. Because each side, the light and the dark, they have a lord that's basically as old as time. And he's just, like, jaywalking across the street, and they're like, oh shit, we're gonna hit him. He just looks at him and fucking grabs the car and flips it over him. Like, man, what a crazy guy, that Dark Lord. Just chilling out in the street. And then they go punch a vampire.
So they don't even address the Dark Lord.
He's literally just is there. Like, he is important in the movie, but the fact that he's just walking out on the street and is this invincible ancient being, that's just a part of life.
He's just booing.
He's like Steve Buscemi versus, like, Joe Rogan in real
Absolutely,
life.
probably. But yeah, and it's a really fucking whack movie, but if you like that, if you like weird movies about creatures of the night doing gang rat shit in the fucking modern age, it's an interesting watch. We should put that on the list.
Okay, yeah, I'll put
Night
it
Watch on the list. It has 2 sequels. Actually, I think it has 1 sequel, and the third one never actually got made. Obviously, the sequel is Day Watch, and the third one was going to be like, I think it was Dusk Watch, but it never happened, I don't think.
It just went into dusk till dawn.
That's another movie I've never seen.
You've never... Okay, it's going on the list, too, from Dusk Till Dawn. That... we're not watching the show, though.
No.
Nah. You gotta watch the OG.
The Quentin Tarantino movie.
Quentin Tarantino.
I have something on here that I know was from an original dream. I had a dream... and I put it on here, and I forgot about it, but I remember it sometimes, and I remember it now. I just wrote it down as Frank World.
Frank.
Because I had a dream that I woke up, and I was in Frank World. Frank World trademark. Everybody there had the exact same face, and I was walking around, and everybody was looking at me, and like I felt like I was an animal walking downtown and I'm seeing like normal people. I felt like I was very out of place. Everybody looked like this same person. And then they would all, anytime I made eye contact with them, they would smile, stick their hand up and wave and say, "Hey, I'm Frank." And
Hey, I'm Paul.
and then I got to the guide desk and I talked to Frank. And he was like, "Hey, I'm Frank." And I'm like, "Yeah, I fucking know, same as everyone else here."
I'm
And-
Frank Sinatra.
And then he said, "Welcome to Frank World. What can I... Frankly, I'm here to help you." And I said, "I'm looking for a way out." And he's like, "Oh, Frank, man, there's no way out."
They fucking Smurfs.
It felt like it. And like, I was like, "Whatever, Frank." And then I kept walking around. And I get to a big house-looking place, and I'm like, maybe there's a bed in here. If I, the way my brain worked was, if I lie back down and I go to sleep, I'll wake up in the real world. I
Just go deeper.
I go in there, and I find out it's a Frank house, which is that world's term of a whore house.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say frat house.
And I walk in there, and there's like the same people. Like, they're big titty girls. They got them big Hondonkarimkos. They got them big posteriotis. And they got their big throbbing pussies.
Big Hong Kongaroos.
Yeah,
Faces
exactly.
of Danny DeVito.
But they have the face of Frank. And they're coming up. They're, like, pushing their bosoms in my face. And they're like, "Hey, baby, you want a Frank?"
Frankly, no.
And then, no, I said something along those lines. I was like, "Frankly, no." And then they all started laughing, like, really loud, and it kept getting louder and louder. I was like, I put my hands on my ears, and then I kicked the door in to run outside, and they were all laughing. And then I woke up.
That's horrifying.
I don't like Frank World.
I don't like Frank.
Nowhere
anymore.
near as good as Hat Job.
Yeah, nowhere near as good as Hat Job or fucking Louisiana Havana.
Lazy River Savannah.
Yeah, Lazy River Savannah. I like that one more. Y'all have any whack dreams recently?
None that I can remember.
I'm trying to think.
Well, think harder, Tyler.
Well, you better. I had one where I was in my house and I walked upstairs, but my dad had a joint in his mouth and it was like 3 feet long and he was like, I can't set up TiVo because we just watched fucking Tropic Thunder recently. And my mom also had like a 3-foot joint in her mouth and she was like, yeah, we can't hook up TiVo. And then I was like, oh, whatever, and then I walked outside and got hit by a car.
It was the little kid driving the car.
My God.
3-foot joint in TiVo.
Perfect. That's exactly what it is.
Forget the jelly beans.
They weren't jelly beans, Tyler.
We've only got 19 hours before they wake up. I love Tropic Thunder. That's such a good movie.
Did we mention that we watched that one?
I think we did, but we didn't talk about it that much.
That's a good movie.
Where are we at? I can't see.
It's like an hour and 3 minutes.
What? What the fuck did you just say?
He went, nan, I went, grr.
Tyler, why do you have to be such a nag?
You guys. Guys.
Say vinegar without the vin.
Hey, what's up? I'm Vinny. I'm Vinny. I'm not gonna finish that last name.
You make me suffer when I'm drinking wine. I make you suffer when you edit.
Ugh.
We all suffer down here, Douglas.
All right, let's write a story. All right, when one of us stops, it goes on to the next one. It goes me, Kyle, Tyler.
Okay.
All right. One day I was walking down the street when suddenly
I came across a storm drain in the rain, and I didn't know what was wrong with it, but something was up. I went and I took a closer look.
And then I saw the man, the myth, the legend.
The man behind the slaughter.
You're ruining my shit here.
I'm sorry, I don't want to harsh on your flow.
it was Patrick Swayze, cock throbbing in hand, looking up at me from the storm drain, and then he said,
Smurf.
As he came all over little Georgie.
Georgie's there too now.
Georgie appeared to get cum-shotted. He fell screaming in a pile of cum, tears, and blood. You run over to him, cup him in your hands. He's frothing at the mouth, violently shaking in your hands, and then he says,
Why did the story become second person perspective?
At this moment, the person that went into the storm drain was just having a fever dream.
it flashed to Patrick Swayze's eyes. He realized what he did. He needed to abort his mission of coming in outside the drain because he cum-shotted an innocent child. He would be on Epstein's watch list from now on. But what if there was a better way out? What if he
assumed a new identity? He went down to the local embassy of identification and turned in his license of self, and he gained a new identity. From this point on, he was Patrick Stewart. He then went on to make such legendary cinematic masterpieces such as Star Trek: The Next Generation and
Rosie O'Donnell Jelk compilation?
I'm done with this.
I'm not. Let's start a new one. Alright. Somebody once told me, Kyle. It's you.
I can't say that, hold on. That my dreams would never come true.
Woomy.
But I proved them wrong. I slaved long and hard in front of monitors, over textbooks, at the hands of fate. until I mastered my craft. I finally did it. I
Finally got the N-word pass! I can finally say
Nigeria without being afraid of being racist in this current year of 2020 where cancellation is a big problem. But you know what I have to say to all those people?
You're a dirty dick.
Okay, let's make a pact or a promise now to never drink wine on a podcast again.
I'm down for that. We've
I don't know what it is. This wine, it hit.
it hit. It made us stupid. We done got hit
It's
with
bad, dude.
We done got hit with the stupid rays, you see.
It's got a weird aftertaste, though.
Which one are you drinking?
I think this is still the
The one that really tastes like a
Give me
fucking
your
lilac.
formal 1 to 10 waifu list.
See, that's a difficult one.
Every girl,
Very difficult and intricate.
I can already guess it. Every single one is gonna have glasses.
You are incorrect.
They're all gonna be part of the itty bitty city community.
Well, okay, Tyler.
Uh-oh.
Just because you were giving a second guess doesn't mean you're allowed to do that, even if it's true.
So you're saying I'm right?
You see, it's hard. It's hard to give a solid list of up to 10.
But let's do
But
5.
I will say this. Number 1, Makise Kurisu,
Who's that?
Steins Gate.
Which one was that one
The
again?
main one. Brown hair, wore leggings under shorts, wore a nice red tie, and a brown coat.
Yeah, she top tier wife.
She is pretty tops.
By main one, I thought you meant the other one.
You mean Hyoen Kyoma or the other woman?
The one that's like the
Doo-doo-doo.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why can't I had her name a second ago. Starts with an M. She's the one who goes, "Oh, Karin!" Mayushi.
I wish I was I
Um,
was listening to Bath Time with Princess Luna and rubbing cocaine on my teeth.
You seem like you're trying.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna give a controversial opinion that I have the right to change at any point because it's my list. Fuck you. Number 2 is Kumoko,
Who's that?
the spider
From where?
from So I'm a Spider.
Never seen it.
Human version or spider version?
Both.
Oh! Ding, 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 ding!
Ding, 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 motherfuckers!
Fuck you, Baltimore!
Fuck you, Baltimore! If you find a better price, you can kiss my ass!
Why did you shout at me?
Kyle's a furry.
Excuse me, it's an arachnid.
They have fur.
Well, they don't.
They have hair.
Unless it's a tarantula, no, they don't.
Yeah, Tyler. I mean, no. Actually, no. You're still wrong. Well, spiders. have hair.
Also, I will say I have had spoilers of that series, so
I don't need them.
yeah, I won't tell you them. But, you know. But I'm just saying, they knew what they were doing when they designed that spider. I'm just gonna say it. They knew what you know what I'm saying.
They made
Don't
the
you
whole
fucking hide it. You know.
motherfucker.
You know.
Listen.
I'm listening.
There's nothing. All right. You take that spider. You strip. No. Listen. I'm trying to speak.
Please do. Please do.
You take that spider and then you take away its human sentience. Would you still smash it?
You're dead at that
If
point.
it still made the cute faces it do.
Oh God,
Still?
you're deep. You're really deep.
But to be fair, it's not really the same if it does not have the personality it does.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, 3 more.
Okay, so we're doing the 5.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
at this rate, we're sticking for an hour for each your top 10.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't even know what my top 10 would be. Well, even would be my fucking third. I don't fucking know.
No love for like High School DxD.
Well, obviously the nun.
Asia.
I forgot that was her name because it's been a long time since I fucking watched
Just
DxD.
remember Asia.
You know, I done can't even really say too much because this is just how on the same fucked up level that we're at because I requested things for you to draw and then you drew them.
Yes, who was worse here, the one who requested it or the one who did it?
I done asked
Both
you.
of you, because you probably beat your meat. Both of you beat your meat to it.
I don't beat my meat to my own art and I don't beat my meat to Kyle's.
Good.
But I asked you to draw somebody fucking a bottle, and then you did.
Yeah,
That was funny.
I gave a bottle a face.
Yeah, you put an Ahigo face on the bottle, and then I asked you to draw a Cruz Ramirez from Cars 3, getting railed, and then you did.
Yep. You're
I
getting
never
gassed.
saw that.
Good.
Good.
You're better off that way.
Awful. Fucking that one chick, and I can't remember her fucking name because she had a weird name. The one who's not a child from Made in Abyss.
Ozen the Immovable?
Yeah, her too, but the other one.
Rico's mom?
No, the one who was stuck in like the
Ash's
fucking
mom.
darkness and shit.
Oh yeah, her, she's pretty good. I think she's a lesbian though.
That's okay.
Which turns it off for me. Okay, here's how deep my bro code runs. If somebody has a canon spouse, I can't find them attractive anymore.
You've been watching too
Interesting.
much hentai.
No, I haven't been watching enough.
Oh yeah, he's
That's
just
good.
avoiding the NTR.
That's just hentai in a nutshell.
If somebody has a wife or fiance or spouse, I'm like, nope, they're off limits. I can't do that.
There goes about every wife.
My bro code extends to the non-real world.
That's respectable.
Like Fiona from Shrek, nope, can't do it.
How unfortunate.
For more reasons than
But
one.
listen,
Oh, Tyler's weighing
Tyler is in
in.
it.
Tyler's weighing in on Fiona.
what if it's the Fiona from the final chapter of Shrek, where she technically has no ties to Shrek
But
at
the
all?
thing is, she still hooks up with him. They still are together. Like, I know the ending of that story. Like, everybody's going off on the female Lombax from fucking Ratchet and Clank, but if Ratchet gets with her at the end, I'm like, nope, can't do it.
Can't do it anymore.
Can't do it. It's not me.
Don't worry, they won't commit to it.
All right,
we're
then,
safe.
What's your top three?
My top three? Alright, so, number one, Sue from Monster Musume.
Respectable.
She's in the title, Monster Musume.
Yeah, that's how I know she's best. Every other character in that show, you're a furry if you like her. That doesn't mean anything to me because number two is the female Lombax from. Number three, Coco Bandicoot.
You're a fucking degenerate.
Listen, do you know where you fucking are?
Tyler, we've just been over this for the past, 10 minutes.
Number four, I can't. I feel terrible for this, but I can't remember her name. But the Frankenstein kind of made from the Voynich Hotel.
Oh, fucking... Was it Bella?
It might have been.
Yeah, she was really good.
I done loved her. All right.
I mean, look, everyone in the Voynich Hotel is fucking lovable.
Exactly. All right. Here's what I'm thinking though. If you like the Voynich Hotel or you plan to read it and done don't want to get it spoiled for you, click off now.
It's a really good series. It's only 3 volumes, and it's just enjoyable.
You know the scientist, the one that was he was in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would condone his actions. Because he falls in love with the one super high power sister.
The fucking dead witch.
Yeah, but he can only see her once a month because she starts rotting and stuff after that amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
But she regenerates to an extent. But every time he sees her, it's like meeting his first love. Once a month for that one day.
Yeah, because she forgets about him.
Yeah. I feel like that would wear thin after a while. Like, sure, it's cute. It's really cute. It's like, oh, I get to meet my first love again, like, once a month
It's like that Adam Sandler movie.
for the rest of
51st
my
Date.
life. Yeah. And, like, they say in the story he rejects, like, college scholarships and stuff, and, like, the ability to, like, advance in life just to, like, go and stay there just so that he can be with her for one day, once a month, every month.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's true love, but
He a simp.
no, I don't want to say that.
But
But
I'm just kidding. It's real dedication. You got
that is dedication, but I feel like that would wear thin after a while. I feel like it would lose its touch.
It depends.
Probably would, but
Is he getting any pug?
she's rotting.
I mean, he probably is.
Hesitate?
Also, he doesn't have function over his legs.
Yeah,
She's a witch.
he lost function over his legs after, like, he stopped seeing her, right?
I thought he already had lost function over it. I thought he was already wheelchair bound from
He
the
was
start.
already wheelchair bound from the start, but then he started walking after he started
His
hanging
love
out with
for
her.
her.
And then I think after he stopped seeing her, he was wheelchair bound again. Or I can't remember. It's been so fucking long since I read that series.
Gotta reread it.
But anyway, Maid from Voynich Hotel. She good one.
Both of the maids are pretty good. And the cook.
Yeah, Cook is really... You don't see much of the Cook.
You don't see... Voynich Hotel is one of those series that it's very clear the creator, the writer of it, he had this vision and this idea of this whole world with different people in it with established stories, and you're only seeing a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the cook's whole thing was that she was both suicidally depressed and also homicidal, and so she would cook meals and put rat poison in it, and then people would figure it's like, oh, you put rat poison in this, do it again, stupid bitch. Be like, okay.
Another one, Helsing Integra from Helsing. I
Yeah.
like her. I like a strong woman. Another one, you know that one chick from Kaminari of the...
Iron Fortress?
Yeah, Cabana of the Iron Fortress.
I don't, because I never watched it.
I like the
Which one?
I like the train operator because she's big and strong and can kick my ass.
Nice.
How long have we been running?
We've been running for an hour and 21 minutes.
You know what else is really good? The ending of this podcast.
Actually, I beg to differ. It's pretty shit.
Yeah. What song did we say we were gonna sing at the end?
I don't know.
Improvisation.
I see a red door and I want to paint it black. No color anymore, it's gonna end the Andy cast. I see that play button and I hit the stop